For those of you who've been following me from the beginning of our healthy hair journey, you know that I use all my DIY natural ingredients, including my growth oils. And before your own eyes, you were able to see the progress with my daughter and myself here. What I want to point out in this video today is that yes, those things work, but after using them, how are you going to retain the length that you are getting? I haven't been able to go in details on those and stressing on protective styles. Protective styles is a style that you will put on so that you can keep your fingers away from your hair, which will result in length retention. Try to avoid constant manipulation on your hair. Protective styles should also be able to help you to avoid breakage. For my daughter, her protective style is made keeping her hair in braids all the time. There are many ways for you to also protect your hair. Some people use weave or wigs as their protective style. Whatever method you choose to protect your hair is great, especially depending on your lifestyle. The most important thing you should keep into consideration is that when you are doing protective style, is to protect your hair, not just for it to look beautiful. Now, how long you keep your protective style in also depends on you. Just know that it is very important when it comes to the takedown process. The way in which you are handling your hair while taking it down will result in either retaining length or a lot of breakage on your hair. I have videos on my channel how I safely take down my protective style. Know that once your hair have stayed in protective style for some time, it becomes very tangled up and matted up. So you have to be extra careful when taking it down. Also, the ingredients in which you will use to take it down, make sure you have something with a lot of slip and a lot of moisture. I will leave those videos down in the description box for you if you want detailed process of how I detangle my daughters and myself here after we have had our protective style in for a long period of time. The takedown process of your protective style will also result in a lot of shedding. Please do not worry, this is normal. By right, we are supposed to lose anywhere between 100 to 150 strands of hair a day. Being that your hair was tucked away in protective style, so all of those shed hair was not able to get away from your hair. The second reason why your protective style is not growing your hair is because you are probably overdoing it. Now, I have family members who only use protective style to grow their hair and their hair is this long, even though they started their natural hair journey way before I did. They stopped using relaxer way before I did, but their hair is still very short because they solely depend on protective style and they overdo it. Especially if you have fine texture hair, leaving your protective style in for too long will do you more harm than good. I personally would recommend you leaving your protective style in. First try 1 month, see how your hair react to it. Then you can go up to 6 weeks and you can go up to 8 weeks. Anything more than that, it's just going to cause a lot of buildup at your roots or where your new growth and your protective style meet, and that's going to cause a lot of breakage. Now, looking at breakage and looking at shedding is two different things. If you take your protective style down and you see a lot of long strands on your hair, then that's shedding, which is normal. But if you see you have a lot of short pieces of hair, that's breakage. And that's one of the main important things that also cause a lot of breakage in our hair because you are overdoing your protective style. You haven't learned your hair. You don't know exactly how long to keep your protective style in. Another reason why your protective style is not growing your hair because you are afraid to express yourself or you just don't want to throw your money away.
When I say that, I mean that if you are going to a salon to get a protective style done for you, and you see so many people there, that person is already under a lot of stress, so they're going to be able to work very fast to be able to come to you so they don't lose that money. And in doing so, they could braid your hair very, very tight, which in the long run can cause traction alopecia because of that excessive tension and stress on your hair. You could also lose your edges from that. So if someone is doing your hair, be bold to express yourself by letting them know that it is too tight. There is a very nice way to talk to someone without you making them feel bad. Just explain to them. And if that doesn't work for you and you get home, you're not able to sleep in your protective style and you're having headaches and pain, I think the best thing for you to do is get rid of that protective style. Take it down because it's just going to damage your scalp, which can lead to so many other scalp issues and so many other problems. I know, yes, it's very expensive to put in those type of protective style, but if you are just looking at, oh, I've already paid all this money to get this protective style done, so I cannot take it down, that's a no-no. That's not right. If you're not able to sleep, let it go. Trust me, ain't worth it. I've been there before. This is some of the reason that led to my traction alopecia because I always had a beautician doing my hair, and I don't want to say things to make them feel bad that they are braiding it too tight, and I also don't want to take this style down. And yes, I've been there. I've done that. So not all protective style are for everyone. Some people do well with box braids. Some people do well with crochet hair. Some people do well with just even just normal braiding their hair down or just twisting their hair. So I would recommend that you experiment with protective style and then find the one that works best for you. I personally, my protective style is big twists or big braids. That worked well for me. I've been doing it for years. It's just lately that I started wearing my hair out because I want to enjoy my hair a little bit. But even that, I also still keep my hair in braids or twists. Now, if you are going for box braids and you try it the first time, it worked great for you, then you can stay with it. But just be open to experiment with other protective style until you find something that worked great for you. Something could work great for this person. They can use braid for their protective style, but because of your hair texture, maybe it wouldn't work great for you. So just be open to experiment with other protective styles. The reason why your protective style is not growing your hair, either you are not moisturizing it at the right time, or you are just moisturizing it too much. When I say this, I mean that you put protective style in for less manipulation on your hair, right? But you also did not put it in for you to damage your hair. So I would recommend if you try moisturizing your hair once a week, you can get a very great oil and then just apply it to your hair or get like a little nice DIY spray. I have so many videos on my channel with leave-in spray, and if you want a very great oil which will help grow your hair while in protective style, I would recommend my S Secrets Growth Oil or my Caffeine Growth Oil. But try moisturizing your hair once a week and just don't also overdo it. I see people having protective style in, but they want to still wash their scalp twice a week or moisturize their hair every day. That's not going to be helpful at all. Once you're taking care of your scalp once a week and you're moisturizing once a week, that is enough. That's the real reason of protective style. Leave your hair alone. Keep your fingers out from your hair. Back to the takedown process of your protective style. If you have your hair in protective style for weeks and months, it shouldn't take you 30 minutes to take down your protective style. It shouldn't even take you an hour to take down your protective style. What I normally do, I make sure that I moisturize my hair very, very good with something which is very slippery and very moisturized. And it takes me hours to carefully sit down and take away those strands we have tangled around my hair, which is, yes, it takes me hours to take down my protective style. If you want to take down your protective style, make sure that you are not rushing. You can put on a TV, put on your favorite Show that you love watching and take your time and detangle your hair. And that's another thing. Once you take your protective side down, make sure that you detangle your hair properly, because all those shed hair that's supposed to come out is all now tangled into your hair. So after moisturizing and doing everything to make your hair moisturized and easy for your fingers or your comb to go through it, the next thing you need to do before going into the shower to shampoo your hair is make sure you detangle your hair thoroughly. And take your time to detangle it. All of those things that I mentioned when it comes to your protective style, those are things that I experienced personally, which led to my traction alopecia. And since then, since I put in my last relaxer and started my healthy hair journey in 2016, I've never been to any salon. I do my hair myself, including my kids' hair. So if anything from this video helped you a lot, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe. My channel is about DIY natural hair and beauty. If that's something that interests you, do not forget to join the family. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.